Okay, guys, how you doing? Welcome to Fitness Business Authority Podcast, episode 11. And today we've got Tim Green from Enter TeamUp, and he's going to be chatting about understanding the buyer's journey in your fitness business. And Tim, do you want to say hi and tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and let's get going, really.
Sounds great. Yeah. Hi, everyone. So TeamUp is a software system to manage fitness businesses. I spend pretty much all of every day thinking about kind of making our customers successful. And that's exactly what our software is about. We try to take away the complexity of starting a fitness business, running it, managing memberships, payments, all the nitty gritty, all the boring stuff as part of your fitness business. But we take away a lot of the admin and the headaches around that. But the big thing we focus on is trying to create this amazing student experience. So you can focus on the meaningful parts of your business and let us do the rest.
What do you mean by amazing stupid experience?
I think what we boil it down to is like making it a friction-free, wonderful experience. So for the first moment they come along, they want to sign up. They maybe kind of sign up for a trial or book themselves in for a session. They come along to your website. They find it really easy to find how to book on to the business, enter all their details, maybe even buy a membership or buy a package. And the whole process is just underlines like how wonderful the experience is going to be at your business.
So you're talking about the experience of a client coming into a fitness business as opposed to the experience of the fitness business working with you guys.
Well, I hope both are perfect, but definitely focused on the client coming into your business.
So what exactly does your right? So if I'm say I'm a fitness business owner, maybe a small studio, what does your software do for me? How does it make my life better?
So on the face of it, the core fundamental of it is basically managing the complicated stuff. So every fitness business owner goes kind of on this journey. You start out, you maybe have a couple of clients that you brought over from your PT business, and you've now decided, for example, that you want to start offering some small group PT. You want to start earning more per hour that you work. You want to start expanding your clients. You probably work with someone like you, Liam, to start looking at some lead gen, to like how to get more people into your business. But then when they come into your business, suddenly you start feeling completely overwhelmed. You've got monthly payments going out. You've got somebody who's bought like a 10 class pack, and you can't remember exactly which class they're booked into when. And you also then want to start offering additional sessions, or you might bring another trainer in, or you want to put your waivers online, or just so many different things. And before you know it, you've become like a professional admin, when really you wanted to be teaching sessions and helping people. And slowly and very slowly or very quickly, you start getting yourself further and further away from what you actually started the business to do. And you're probably not that great at it either, because not many people start a fitness business to be good at Excel. So that's really what it kind of helps with. It just takes away that strain. Like everything's automatically checked off. You've got payments coming automatically into your bank. You can just check in to make sure everything's like running well. You can add new packages, sessions, etc. You can grow your business in the way you want to. Okay,
cool. Sounds great. So we'll have a little chat a little bit later about where we can find you guys. And I don't know, do you guys offer a trial, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I mean, really, it's a very simple process. We offer something which is like the leading industry standard or something for it, which is you get an unlimited trial, and then when you've decided that it works for you, then you get a 30-day trial in the real world. And that works it's the second customer that you add to your system, and then you get kind of a 30-day trial. If you want to learn more about it, actually, I didn't come on today to talk about us specifically, but if you are interested in it, the best place to go to our website, goteamup.com, and then just check out the information on there. Tons of like success stories, examples. You can book a call with the team, chat more. We take everything really personally. So if you want to speak to us, we'll work with you. We'll make sure it's right for you. We'll ask you questions about the business, and we'll walk you through the whole process. So it's the biggest thing I find is that people are worried about it. Like, oh God, I'm going to have to learn all this stuff that I'm scared of. And it's the opposite. We're the thing that makes you not have to learn all that stuff. You can come along and we'll hold your hand, guide you through, make it all easy.
Cool. So anyway, yeah. So what we really wanted to talk about today was understanding the buyer's journey in a fitness business, and where that fits into your marketing and where that fits into your strategy. So yeah, let's get cracking then. So what you got for us?
Well, I checked out some of your other episodes. And I think that this podcast is going to grow exponentially because you're delivering a lot of amazing value there. And one thing that I've really noticed, and it's something we've noticed a lot in the industry, is that people are starting to get better at some aspects of marketing. So we talk about kind of avatars and understanding your students. And one thing that we've looked at is that we come from maybe a slightly more like corporate like side or something. I'm scared about using those kind of words in relation to us because we still view ourselves as this, upstart really. And one thing we've noticed that there's a lot of understanding of like who your perfect customer is. But one thing that we've seen is that people don't necessarily know what point of the journey they're at. And I think that it's a really interesting topic that we could get into, which is which stage of that journey are people at? Because people go through people may have been going to fitness classes for many years. They might just be at the start of that journey, not really knowing anything about it, not knowing what they need to do for their health. And I think that it's amazing when you can speak to those different elements of on the customer journey.
I think this is where the technology that's available to us in terms of, especially in terms of Facebook. And if you're doing Facebook marketing, and if you're not, you should be, because it is the easiest way to grow your business. But the fact that you can use website pixels and you can set up audiences, that means that you can identify where on the journey these people are. And I think that's great. So I would imagine, and we had a little chat about this beforehand, you could split your journey up into maybe four parts. You've got the people who are not even thinking about getting fit or losing weight or building muscle or whatever it is, and they see one of your ads, and that should be for awareness. So making them aware of your business. And then the next stage is you want to get them onto your email list and start to build up the know, like, and trust. And you absolutely need that before someone will buy. And we always talk about relationships, and we talk about how building a relationship in business is exactly the same as building a real life relationship. You don't go straight to marriage at date one or on the first meet. And this is a mistake that a lot of fitness businesses make, as they try and propose marriage. And this is the clean way of saying it, on the first meet, whereas in reality, you just want to start the conversation. So second stage is getting their details, being in a position where you can talk to them a bit more. That's like getting the phone number, and then making it easy for them to work with you rather than committing to and the big gyms do this, and I really don't like this. I don't like the idea of selling someone a 12-month membership that they're not going to use when they come in to the door. And it's not good for getting people results. It might be good for the gym because they get loads of members, but it's far better to get someone into a small trial, and basically every step of this journey should take them a step closer to their goal. And then if you can help them get a step closer to their goal, then they'll stay with you forever, because they'll continue that journey with you. So yeah, there you go. So what's your take on that?
Well, I think you're spot on, and I think that for a budget low cost gym, who looking at, their numbers look completely different to an independent fitness business. And the guys we work with, both you and I, are mostly independent fitness business owners. They're guys who've gone out there, they want to create something for themselves, for their families. And it's a world away from, okay, we have to now drive 800 members a week, we're going to lose 400 type of numbers. And no one can either the amount of spend on ads and managing campaigns. It's the work of a much bigger business. Where an independent fitness business owner can differentiate themselves is that close contact with their customers, the deep understanding of their motivation and the community around it, and building and fostering that amazing experience. I think that's the understanding of that buyer's journey is absolutely crucial to that.
I think this is the difference between the big box commercial, stack 'em high, sell 'em cheap, pure gym type people, and the independent gyms, is that they're more invested in their clients. They're going to use the word client rather than member, but they're more invested in their results, and that's going to foster long-term memberships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. And despite kind of this, Facebook ads and everything else, like the number one lead source for your business should be your existing members. And if the number one lead source for your business isn't your existing members, then you haven't got the experience correct. It's not perfect yet. You haven't built the community around it that means that it's driving itself forward. And of course, you still do the marketing on top of that. You still do everything. But once you've got to that point, you should have members who are raving about you to everybody else. I think that's where that understanding comes back in. Are people at the end of that buyer's journey, once they've already achieved maybe their results, are they still finding enough satisfaction or motivation or community that makes them want to be part of your business?
This is absolutely spot on, because we always focused on the fact that when I had my bootcamp business and my own personal training studio, we knew that people would initially come for the results, but once they'd achieved the results, what was it that made them stay? And it was the community, it was the atmosphere. It was also making sure that the new members that came in fit it into that, because occasionally we'd get a new bootcamp member come in and they just didn't fit the atmosphere, and it made things a bit awkward, and that's why we had trials. So it wasn't just a trial for the person to come in and see if they wanted to join long term. It was also a trial for us to make sure that the client fit it into the whole ethos and wasn't a bit moany, and made sure that all the other members were happy, because if the other members aren't happy, then you don't have a business.
It's fascinating. How did you get rid of the members that weren't a good fit?
So we would only ever allow a new member to come in for either a week trial or a 1 month trial, and we would use that to decide whether we invited them back. So they were very aware that it was a trial for both them and for us. So we worked both ways. And to be really honest, they knew straight away that they didn't fit in.
Yeah.
And even, to be honest, we had two different types of clients. So we had our early morning bootcamp clients, and all they wanted to do was get in, get the session done, have a shower, go to work. And then we had our after work clients, and they were there for the workouts and the results, but they were the more sociable, fun guys as well. And then the other thing we used to do, we used to have little competitions between the two of them.
Yeah.
And that was good for the atmosphere as well.
Hunger Games at 6 a.m.
Yeah, we used to do tug of war, and we used to go on socials and all sorts. And if you don't have that community, then it's very, very, very hard to sort of foster that. And the big gyms, I think, if you go into a budget gym and you just go in and you do your workout and you go home and you don't have any interaction with anyone within the business, and you swipe in your card to get in and you don't have a receptionist, it's really hard to have a community around that.
Yeah. I know this so personally, because I remember being that person, who, and you think to yourself, right, I want to get healthier, I want to get fit. And then you go and I at the time, I think I went and signed up for David Lloyd, which was local to me. And I just remember, just going in and just being completely intimidated by the gym floor. There wasn't, no one's like, the trainers were on their pedestal by the by the front desk, and you just go in and in the end you just kind of maybe walk around the way. This is before I'd ever done any weights. I was kind of 18, 19, and you just didn't know what you were going to do at all. So you go around the weight stack, but then people are in the way, and then you maybe go and use the running machine. I think I went twice. And then they tried to sue me for, it was like, oh no, you need to give 3 months notice or something. And I'd done my 12 months. And that was really my experience. Maybe that's a good, a reasonable background to like my whole involvement with the fitness industry.
Do you know what? I think that's really interesting, because you're a guy, obviously. If you're female, that would be amplified, because my wife's a member of the gym that I'm a member of, and I get up when I'm not injured, I get up in the morning and I go and I work with a trainer doing some small group sessions, and it's actually quite social. We have breakfast after it, and then we like go and do cardio during the week, and we do circuits on a Saturday. But my wife doesn't have that, because she has different working hours. She goes to swim. She maybe does some cardio. She doesn't like going in the weights room because she feels intimidated. And she's actually started seeing a personal trainer in a small studio, and she does Pilates separately on a Thursday. And she's gonna cancel her gym membership because she's not enjoying it, and she's not getting the social that she wants from it, and she feels that she's not getting the results that she wants because she doesn't really know what to do, and she doesn't want to invest sort of 50 quid an hour on a personal trainer, because it's a hefty investment, personal training, if you're going to go down the one-to-one route.
It's interesting that funnel is make people feel uncomfortable until they decide to either buy personal training because it's the only way they're going to get results, or walk away. But this goes exactly into what we're talking about today, because I think I want to talk about a little bit about this campaign that we're launching, but I think it really ties into it exactly, which is that gym could ask your wife what about her experience. They could listen to what she says, and then they could improve their service on the basis of it. But they're not doing that. And if they have a satisfaction survey, it probably says like, out of 10, how clean are the locker rooms? Out of 10, these, and it doesn't actually care about like, well, what's your experience like? Do you feel that you've been supported? Do you feel you're getting results? Have you made friends while you're at the gym? All these kind of things, which go so much beyond, the nitty gritty of like, well, were there enough weight stacks, or would another 3 running machines help the experience? Yeah. And I think that's really fascinating.
Yeah, even with the big gyms. And so we're just going to have a dig at the big gyms today. One of the local ones near where I live, and it's not one that I'm a member of, I've seen their ads an awful lot on Facebook and on Instagram and on LinkedIn. And their pictures are big empty gyms, empty studios. They're talking about, was it GRX classes? And it's like, right. I'm assuming that means group exercise classes, but Joe Public doesn't know what that means. Joe Public isn't looking to join a gym because they've got the latest equipment, or because they've got shiny new treadmills, or because they've got the latest GRX classes, or because they have a picture of a big empty studio. That is not appealing. Joe Public wants to join the gym because they want some sort of result at some level, whether it's to lose weight or whether it's to build muscle. And then there's a whole other level on top of that. So if it's to lose weight, what is it? Is it because they're getting married? Is it because they're lacking confidence? Is it because they've got emotional eating problems? And this is where the big commercial gyms are failing the community, and it's 100% where the independent gyms and the small boutique studios should be coming in and taking their clients, because they're in a position to get them results where the big gyms aren't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And how many times do you know people who've ended up having both memberships because of that?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I say, my wife is a perfect example of that. She's got membership to the big box gym and membership to the private Pilates studio. And the reason why she goes to the Pilates studio, even though they've got Pilates classes in the gym, is because she feels she gets the one-to-one treatment in the private studio. And when she goes to the big box gym, she feels that she's just like one person in a studio of like 30 other people. And the instructor is shouting out instructions and doing the class herself. And It's hard to get motivated as an instructor if you're only being paid sort of 20-25 an hour.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Not linked to
invested in
it.
your client. You're not in any way invested in your clients.
Yeah, it's me. While we're saying this, I think for me, it's a perfect example of this is what CrossFit did and how they took disciplines which had, were already being probably been done for hundreds of years in many ways, but gave it a structure. So gave it a process that people could buy into, built a community around it, made it a little bit competitive, had some kind of, results building over time, but recording it, telling people about it, making them feel like they'd achieved something, making them feel good about themselves. And when people may have come in and just done some bench presses and, a few dumbbell exercises, but the fact is that they walked away feeling like they had done something with their day, they'd made some progress and they'd achieved something. And I think it's just that perfect kind of contrast.
Yeah, so I think the big thing to take away from this is that if you can get results for your clients and that they feel that you care about the results, and then you can build a community of like-minded people around that, then you will absolutely fly in your fitness business.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the other side to it is about listening to your members. And what, if it's okay, then I'll just talk a bit about this campaign that we're planning to launch.
Go for it.
Yeah, and so what our headline for it is calling it the fitness journey. So it's the fitness buyer's journey. It goes back into the topics that we've been talking about. But what we want to do is we want to try to take understanding for independent fitness business owners to the next level. What we want to do is we want to give them access to the type of research and the type of insight that the big box gyms would get. But we also want to teach them how to listen to that advice and listen to the reports. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch this big campaign, and it's probably going to run for 12 months or so, with different stages and milestones. But the first step is we're going to run a competition for 4 independent fitness business owners to work with us. We cover everything. We're going to invest in doing research with their members, understanding exactly which stages of the journey they're at, understanding all the fine nitty gritty of like how of their feedback, what they could do to improve. We're going to then bring in some marketing experts from different industries, and we're going to then give them fully detailed reports about exactly the actions they could take to improve their marketing, their business, their customer service, everything around their business. So basically just kind of delivered on a plate. And so what we're going to do is we're going to allow people for the next month or so, we're going to have a sign-up process. So people can give us their details, say they want to participate. A big part of it is going to be being willing to share the results with other fitness business owners. We want to give back to the communities. We'll try and build a community around that. We'll bring in experts like you, Liam, as well. And we want to we just want to advance the understanding of the industry, or at least that's our goal. Maybe we'll fall short and we don't manage to do it, but we want to try. So first of all, what do you think about that? What do you think about our campaign?
I think anything that improves the industry, I think, has to be a positive thing. And I think if you're going to give people access, like fitness, but you said it before, personal trainers and fitness business owners and small gym owners, they don't really get into the industry because they want to do all this stuff, or they even know they need to do all this stuff. They get into the industry because they were into fitness, or they had a passion for helping people. So I think it's a great idea. I think anything that gives businesses tools that can, let's face it, we're all in business to improve our bottom line. I think that has to be a good thing.
That's fantastic.
If you can create a community around this as well, then obviously that's good for the community. It's good, obviously, for your business. I think it's a great idea.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think that there genuinely is a different level of understanding, and I think it's something that we've used to grow TeamUp. We've really right from the start. When we first started out, we were a very focused product. Memberships, classes, etc. And then over the years, we've just listened to customers. They've told us the struggles they're having in their business, how they can then things that they need to achieve in order to be able to then reach the next level. And then we've built the product around them. And I think that that's a philosophy that every business can use. And it's a wonderful way to approach your business.
How has that changed what you guys do? So what are you doing differently now to what you were doing, say, maybe a few years ago?
I think it's all about refinement. So adding features, changing your processes, changing the way you help people, bringing more team members in so you can give even more personal attention, helping people move from other systems over, make that process as painless as possible. People are so scared of, you spent years building up a business and then, suddenly you've got to cancel everyone's payments and, move it over to a different system. That type of process, if you can take the pain away there, I think you really make a difference in people's lives. So
I guess that's very similar to the way the banks make it really easy to move bank accounts.
Something like that. Yeah. I never looked at it that way, but yes.
So yeah, I was, I'm not going to mention them or who they were on the podcast, but when I sold my fitness business about 4 years ago, I was with one of your competitors, and I found the process of transferring the payments to someone else and transferring the whole business, I found it very, very, very tiresome.
Yeah.
It probably took a good month and a half to do that.
I feel for you deeply. I've helped customers with that process, many times. So I probably even know who you're talking about. But it's a difficult process.
Let's not go there. Okay,
absolutely.
So anyway, if you've been listening to a couple of these, you will know that I always ask a couple of questions as we get close to the end. So number one, and I don't think I told you I was going to ask you this, I want a book recommendation that you could recommend for fitness business owners. Can be on anything you want.
Well, you've thrown me a curveball there.
Yeah,
no, it's okay. I'd say my answer for a fitness business owner would be the same as any business owner, friend, anybody that I talk to. My absolute recommendation for a book would be a book called The Obstacle is the Way. And it's by a guy called Ryan Holiday. It's nothing to do with building your business. It's not going to give you tips for headlines via emails or anything like that. But what it is it's about what I'd say is like a discipline called Stoicism, which I'm sure a lot of your listeners will have come across, and I'm sure you have. And basically, this goes right back to Marcus Aurelius, who was one of the last Roman emperors. And what he did is he started keeping a personal journal about his philosophy and his thoughts about the world and thoughts about people and the structure of things like this. And this book absolutely changed my life. It absolutely changed my way of thinking. It got me into Stoicism, which I find is just an absolutely fantastic thing. But basically, it's a book about mindset, and the absolute take, he works through kind of in examples and writings from kind of people stretching back thousands of years. Like, they should not be relevant to today's world with Instagram and everything else. But if you ever think, kind of in life that you hit bumps or you hit things that are in the way, and so often you kind of you try to go around a different way, you try to pull yourself back, you try to avoid pain. That's what we do as humans, like we avoid pain. But what this book taught me, and I think it would help a lot of people with, is that the stuff that's in your way, like the biggest challenge you face, the biggest thing that you're worried about, anything in life, that's the thing that's the solution. That's the way forward. That's the thing that will give you the answers and get you to the next level. So whatever it is, like you've been hit with like an eviction order for your gym because it can't, or it's going to double the rent, or whatever situation you find yourself in. There's a philosophy that can help you deal with that situation and then use it as an opportunity to access the next level in your success.
Cool. I'm definitely going to check that out. I don't know that book, but I know he's written another one. I think he wrote this. It's called Ego is the Enemy.
Yeah, that's the second one. Yeah, Ego is the Enemy. Very, very good learnings in that as well.
Yeah. So you were talking about something that I use actually every day to plan out stuff is something called the self journal.
Yes.
Which is great I'd really recommend everybody checks that out. It's lots of probably principles that you're talking about, daily gratitude and identifying your wins, and it's all based on mindset and based on small wins and taking one step at a time and putting your big goals up here and then splitting them up into smaller goals, and I think that's great. So that's called The Obstacle is the Way, and that's by Ryan Holiday. We'll stick the link to that on Amazon in the show notes. So last question, and I'll let you go because I know your battery's about to die. So where can we find you?
Well, you can, okay, so there's a few things. So first of all, to find out more about TeamUp, just go to goteamup.com. You'll find links on there to get in touch with the team, to learn more. Just reach out if you've got any questions. We're there to help. And going back to the conversation we had today, if you're not a good fit for what we're doing or we can't help you, I can assure you we'll tell you. So come and check us out. Hopefully we can help you in some way, even if it's not working together. The second thing is that we're launching this campaign. And if you think it sounds interesting, if you think that the idea of getting paid for market research for your business to help you get to the next level, to get that insight would help you in your business, then come and sign up for the process. We're going to, even if you don't want to take part in the competition, come and sign up. There'll be an option to be able to just kind of get the results back without having to actually take part. So come and get involved. And to get onto that, then you just need to go to goteamup.com/fitness journey. And then you'll go through there and there'll be a form. If you've got any questions about that, sorry, Liam. Any questions about that, or if you just want to kind of express your interest in it, then you can also email me at tim@goteamup.com.
Okay, that's excellent. So what we'll do is we'll put all those info on the show notes. The show note message will be at the end of the podcast as usual. Tim, it's been a pleasure. I just want to say thanks for taking the time out of your day to be here today. And we'll leave you with that. We'll see you next week. If you want to find out a bit more about what we do and how we can help you grow your fitness business by running some Facebook ads and campaigns for you and getting some leads, you can go to activefitnessmarketing.com and reach out to me personally. But that's us for today. We'll see you next week. Take care. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Liam. Thanks, guys.
Bye.